Good morning. The next topic is preparation of research reports. The last and final stage in research is writing of the reports. After the collected data has been analyzed and interpreted, the generalizations have been drawn, the report has to be prepared. Developing a good, effective, and concise report is an art itself. So, after collection of data and careful analysis of data and interpretation of data, the last step in research is report writing. The findings of the research must be communicated in the form of a report. So, preparation of report is the last and final stage in research. So, what is the definition of research reports? A research report is a systematic, scientific, and consistent presentation of the entire process of research carried out by a researcher. A systematic and a scientific and consistent presentation of the entire process of research carried out by a researcher. That is what is called research reports. Then now, what are the functions of a research report? First one, it helps to convey the interested parties the results and findings of the study. Normally, uh, the research report convey the interested parties the results and findings of the research study. Then the report is meant for two types of people. First type of people is persons having technical knowledge. Those who have technical knowledge, and the layman or ordinary persons interested in the problems. So those people having technical knowledge. These are the two types of people to whom the research report is normally presented. Second one, a report helps to evaluate the ability and scholarship of the researcher, as it is a testimony to the work done by him. So, the research report will help to evaluate the ability and scholarship of the researcher in his particular field. It helps organizations in decision making. The findings of a research may be used by business organizations in solving their problems or for taking important decisions. The now significance of reporting. Research is conducted with a twofold purpose. First one, adding to the field of knowledge. Okay, the research findings may be added to the field of knowledge. Second one, providing solutions to various social and business problems. Sometimes research may be conducted to provide solutions to some social problems or business problems. Then significance. First one, besides adding to the general store of knowledge, research findings also help other researchers as a guide in their research work. Okay, so findings help other researchers in the same field as a guide in their research work. Second one, research findings have the practical utility of being made use of in formulating policies for the welfare of the society. Research findings can be used for formulating the policies for the welfare of the society. Third one, research findings help business managers and other professionals in finding appropriate solutions to the organizational problems. So it will help, the research findings will help the business managers and other professionals to solve the problems faced by the organizations. Next one, it enables the general public to know the dynamics of social change. So the research findings will bring out the changes in the society. So it will help the general public to know the dynamics of social changes that are taking place in a particular society. The results of a research work are reported to the relevant people in the form of a thesis. Then what is a thesis? A thesis may be a book, an article, or a report published in scholarly journals. Okay, so a thesis may be a book, article, or a report published in scholarly journals. It's a standard form of research communication. The research findings are communicated in a standard form. Then we can call it as thesis. This is called archival publication as books, articles, and reports that are publicly available in libraries. An archival publication is a permanent record of research. Then meaning of thesis. The term is commonly used to refer scholarly paper. The paper presents arguments in support of a proposition. A proposition is the thing or the idea that a researcher wants to prove. So, what is a proposition? A proposition is a thing or an idea that a researcher wants to prove it. A proposition is known as the thesis of the argument. Nature of thesis. The results of a research work are communicated in the form of thesis. Okay, the research findings of a researcher are communicated in the form of a thesis. The purpose of thesis writing is the same as that of all good writings, that is, to convey a message clearly, concisely, and interestingly to the uh, interested users. And variety of thesis. A thesis may be in the form of a paper, article, book, or report. Okay, so thesis may be in the form of either a paper or article, a book, or a report. And the types of thesis found in research communication are: first one, reports of empirical research. Reports of empirical research. These are based on the experiences of the researcher. These reports are based on the experiences of the researcher. Review articles. So here a book, article, or a thesis is reviewed and the review is given as an article. Theoretical article. This provides the theoretical basis for practical experiments to be undertaken in future projects. So in theoretical article provides the theoretical basis for practical experiments to be undertaken in future projects. Fourth one, methodological articles. This discusses the suitability of certain methods for certain experiments. Methodological articles will discuss whether a particular method can be suitably used in certain experiments or not. Case studies. In this case, the researcher investigates a particular situation or event in detail that has come to his attention. Types of reports. Broadly speaking, there are two types of or two ways in which we can present the reports. First one is oral report. So this type of reporting is verbally done by person. For example, presenting the findings in a conference or in a seminar. So it is oral presentation of reports. Second one is written reports. The research results are formally communicated by means of a written report. Such a report is called written report. And there are mainly four types of reports. First one is technical reports. Technical reports are elaborate and methodological reports such as research theses, dissertations, etc. prepared by students for PhD degree, MPhil degree, etc. So technical reports are elaborate and methodological reports prepared by students for awarding PhD degree or for awarding MPhil degree, etc. Popular reports. A popular report is meant for the general public. It is prepared in simple language. Then only general public can understand. Technical details are reduced to minimum. Minimum technical details will be there. It will be prepared in simple language understandable to the general public. Research article. Here the findings of a study are published in the form of a short paper called an article. They are meant for presentation in seminars and conferences as also for publication in research journals. Monograph. A monograph is a long essay on a single subject. So, what is a monograph? A monograph is a long essay on a single subject. Then now, what are the characteristics of a good report? So, we have discussed what is research report. Now, we are going to discuss what are the important characteristics of a good report. First one, clarity. The research report should be written in a clear, logical, and concise manner. So clarity should be there. Second one is size. The report should be long enough to communicate the intended message. Okay. Third one, objective style and simple language. The style adopted for writing the report should be objective and the language used to communicate the message should be simple. Food for thoughts. A good report must combine clear thinking, logical organization, and sound interpretation. Then only it can provoke the intellect of the readers. Fifth one, interesting. It should be such as to sustain the reader's interest. So the report should be presented in an interesting manner. Then only the readers will read it interestingly. Accuracy. The report must be accurate and it should be factual with objective presentation. So accuracy is another important characteristic of good reports. Use of familiar words. Use everyday familiar words whenever possible. Readability. The report should convey precise information shown of multiplicity of meanings and ambiguity. So readability is another important feature of good reports. Faultless composition. The report should be organized in a proper manner, properly captioned so as to develop the research themes in defined sections. Next one is validity. Footnote references should be in proper form. Whenever we give footnote references, it should be in proper form. Then bibliography should be reasonably complete and in proper form. This will enhance the validity and the authenticity of the reports. Whenever we give footnote or bibliography, it should be complete and in the proper form. This will enhance the validity and authenticity of the research reports. Attractive. The report should be attractive in appearance, neat and clear, so as to catch the attention of the reader. Next one, orderliness. Figures, charts, and tables should be captioned carefully. They must be serially numbered from the first to the last. So there should be an order whenever we present figures, charts, and tables in the reports. They should be captioned carefully. Suitable captions should be given. They must also be serially numbered from first to last, etc. Error free. The report should be free from mistakes of all types. That is, language mistakes, factual mistakes, spelling mistakes, calculation mistakes, etc. should be avoided. So, error free. That is another important characteristics of good report. So, these are the important characteristics of a good report. Okay, thank you.